Grammy, Gaga, Mima, Yaya, Big Mama, Nana. Grandmothers hold a special place in our culture. We cherish their endless love. We rely on them as babysitters. We admire their skills in the kitchen. We lift them up as examples of honesty and moral purity. My grandmother recently passed on to that big jazz fest in the sky, as I like to think of it. In the words of poet Louise Glick, she had survived her life. To call her a survivor would be akin to calling Shakespeare a mere writer. She was so much more than that. A to hell with this rebel, a my way or the highway trailblazer, a vinegar and salt kind of innovator, a slap the piss out of you kind of fighter, the omnipotent grandmother of all grandmothers. But odds are your grandmother was probably just as badass as mine. And why is that? Who bestowed these women with the power of the crimson gem to thrive despite the hardships our society has placed upon them? For our grandmas, what are the motivations and forces behind their seemingly superhuman abilities? How this black woman without a high school education from the Inglewood section of Chicago, raised by a single mother in a loving village of elders, accomplished what she did is astonishing. This was a woman who, through her wit and charm, convinced a white banker to give his first home loan to a black family. She protested and marched for civil rights in a town that was so small it literally would put your life at risk. She had an open house with dozens of children and relatives seeking refuge in her home for months at one time or another over the years. Hiding from police? Come on in. House burned down? Come on in. Wife kicked you out? Come on in. That was her. This lasted up until a few years before she died. She took in her sister-in-law and her sister, both suffering from dementia, and took care of them, making sure they had their meds, making sure that they were receiving their mail, making sure their bills were paid. She was the director of the local community center. She was a beloved sales clerk at Sears, selling appliances, electronics, and tools to people from all over town from all walks of life. She assembled lawnmower parts in a factory for over a decade. She prepared delectable dinners, planted a beautiful garden, managed the family finances, hemmed suit pants, and always succeeded in getting her money back at the return desk, no matter how unforgiving the policy. And how can I forget to mention she was a wife and a mother of 3 children. Her work in child rearing and marriage were just as significant, but not without its errors and flaws. After all, she became a mother at the age of 14 and was fiercely independent by her own means at that age as well. She did what I believe so many women of her era chose or were forced to do, which was stand her ground, take the least amount of bullshit as possible, and stay focused on the bigger picture. She endured decades of labor at various jobs where she had to deal with the blatant racism and sexism of everyday life in small-town America when she knew it was wrong. I'm also in awe of the sacrifices she made for our family and community, sacrifices that we took for granted. The food that was always there on the stove, ready for us to devour. The clean sheets and made-up bed in the guest room every time I visited. I have reaped the benefits of my grandmother's work my entire life. As special as my grandmother is to me, I know her story is not unique. Her life is analogous to the lives of millions of women across the continent, whom we call our mothers, aunties, grandmothers, wives, partners, and more. But did my grandmother and the women like her make such sacrifices out of choice or due to a lack of choice? To meet the expectations set for them by society to be a strong, eat last type of matriarch? Were they the result of wonderful character traits or the oppressive demands of American society, or both? Earlier this year, I began interviewing grandmothers across the country, asking them these questions and others for a new documentary series I'm calling Grandma's Roses. My goal is to uplift the experiences of women elders and spark conversations in communities that can deepen the appreciation for women's love and labor and challenge the root expectations we have for them in our lives. I'm asking you all to join me in this journey by first subscribing to the Dream Chase Life YouTube channel and Facebook page. And as these videos come out, watch these women's stories, share them, engage in the comments. I want to hear also how you're feeling, how you're responding to these stories, as well as suggestions for interview questions or different types of people I should be interviewing. Collectively, I'm hoping we can give tribute to these women and also better understand the challenges that they face so that we can try to solve them for the next generation of grandmas. This is Jordan Thierry with Dream Chase Life. Thank you so much, and I look forward to engaging with you all very soon. Peace.